want all the noise on the track, running laps, yeah. Like I'm Rod Troy, I'm living fast, switching lanes, yeah.
We're gonna go to a start series first, and I like to go to my start series before I actually get into the block. So we're gonna start with a start series, and the first thing I'm gonna do is a falling start. And the thing you have to pay attention with your falling start is your dominant leg is always gonna come to the front, and what you want to focus on is quick ground contact. So as your foot hit the ground, you go into your next step. So from here, you let the body fall, catch yourself, and sprint out. And again, I'm not trying to go far. I'm just trying to roll out to get the gears turning. He's just trying to roll forward. So you guys hear how that first step sounded a little bit like short. You want it to sound a little bit more aggressive than that. So for all of these exercises, I'm only doing 2 reps, and the start series, so the falling start, I will do in my flats and then gradually put my spikes on as the stuff gets more intense. So second falling start here, again, let myself fall, whatever foot comes, I go. And that right there is it for the falling starts. So alright guys, so now that we're done with the falling start, we're gonna progress the falling start into a crouch start. And I want you guys to notice the trend here, that on a day where I'm gonna get in the blocks and do block starts, I'm not gonna just warm up and jump in the blocks. I'm gonna actually progress myself, so when I get to the blocks, I'm actually able to push because I've been doing that same range of motion. So what I want to do is, my start line is here, just like that, load both legs, and all I'm trying to do is put my foot down as quick as possible. So right here, and my mic fell off. Pay attention to that first step. This is trying to teach you, right, how to put the foot down quickly, because you're not in the blocks, but you're mimicking that movement, right? So instead of big, right, you want to focus on ground contact. Hit the ground, push away from the ground behind you quickly. So I'm here, right? Load both legs, and what I want to do is right? Quick ground contact. I'm not trying to be big and open. I want to be explosive and push away from the ground. So after we're done with the rollout, so now we're going to progress to the 3-point start. And guys, if you're a new sprinter who's looking to develop your acceleration or your start, this start series is perfect for you. So don't just go out there and jump in the blocks. Progress yourself to the blocks first. So what I'm going to do here, my start line is here. And I want one foot at the front, one foot at the back, right? What I'm focused on with my 3-point is the same angle I would be in the blocks. So I'm in the blocks, right? And I get up and I want shins going down the track, not up, right? So you don't want your butt high like that. And at the same time, you don't want to be too low, right? So you want to raise to where the legs are loaded. Balance yourself with this front foot. You should feel pressure in your fingers, right? From here, and push out of this. And again, what I'm looking for is that first 2 to 3 steps. What are you doing? Are you going big and long, or are you putting your foot down quickly? So those are the things you want to focus on, because literally in the start, first 3 steps determines who got the best start. Same thing, don't rush it. My training partner here, keeping it nice and smooth. Good. So you reached out on that one a little bit. One thing I picked up on my training partner just now, right? When he gets into his 3-point position, he's here, but he's far away from the line, right? So pay attention. If your shoulders are not over the line, you're too far away from the line. If you're like this behind the line, you're too far away. right? So what you want to do is readjust yourself. So when you get up to your set position, your hands are behind the line, but shoulders are in front of the line. Right, so here, when I get to my set position, just like that, right? Adjust and just like that, guys. So he's gonna try it again with the shoulders over the line. Put the foot down quickly. We're trying to hit the ground. It's on you. There you go. That looks better. That's what I want right there. Next thing we're gonna get into here, we're gonna do some 4-point. So this is gonna actually mimic the black start. So you notice I have my spikes on to make it a little bit more realistic to what it would feel like when I'm pushing out the block. So the first set of exercises I would do without my spikes on, just to get the feel of the movement. And now we have the spikes on, and we're gonna try that same movement before we get into the block. So again, I set my position. Right, and I want my shoulders going across the line, that shin going down the track, pushing from the hips. So here, and again, guys, I'm not going far. The focus is that first couple of steps and just pushing out of the ground and being as reactive as possible. Let me test it again. So everything comes in twos. We're doing 2 of every exercise before we get into blocks. And we're also going to show you guys how we set up our blocks. So the block starts is tricky, guys. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody. But today we're going to show you guys a general guideline that you could follow if you're a beginner. Raise that hip higher, Ali. Come on, get up there. Good. All right, guys. So again, we set our position. And what I'm doing here, shin going down the track, right? So I'm trying to mimic that same feel off the blocks without the blocks. And if you're a beginner, this is perfect. So now here, I found my position, right? Breathe, relax. Is that power? Is that power or the mic isn't on properly? Which one is it? I don't know. My mic keeps falling off. I think I'm generating too much power. Or maybe I'm just, too fast for the mic. All right, now we're going to get into some block starts. So we're going to show you guys how to set up the blocks. So the block starts is tricky because one thing is not going to work for everybody, but what you want to do, I'm going to show you guys a general guideline that you could use if you're a beginner, to get into blocks. Not everybody could set their blocks like Noah Lyles and run like Noah Lyles, and this is no shot at Noah Lyles. So now I'm going to show you guys how I set up my blocks. So this is going to be just a normal setup, and you could implement this setup to give yourself a good start in the beginning. So first thing I'm going to start with is my block position, right? So my blocks is stripped and empty. And what I want to do is grab my blocks, right? My start line is here. I want 1 step away from the start line, right? Some people do 1 step. It's all based on your height, right? So what I like, because I'm a little bit taller, what I like is 1 step, and I like 3 fingers, right? 1 step, 3 fingers. That's my my block setup for my distance from the line. Right, and the blocks is going to be a little bit different at competition. So if the blocks is shorter, you can take 2 steps, whatever works for you. So because I'm 6 foot, and if I get too close to that, I'm too bunched up, so I feel like I can't push as much. So again, once this is set, the block itself doesn't move. We don't want to touch that, right? So now this is going against what, they say you're supposed to do. So what I like to do is get back to my 3-point position, right? I get back to my 3-point position like that. Now what I do here, put my back block where my 3-point position, where my foot is at the back. Just like that. and then I put my front block where my foot is at the front, just like that, right? And then from here, we measure it to get the distance. So I go 1, 2, and it equals to 3 fingers, right? 1, 2, 3, and I get 4 at the back. So that's my method. I find this method is tried and true because what I was doing over here with the 3-point and the 2 points and the crouch starts is the same thing I'm trying to do in the blocks initially. And one key note, the height of the blocks, right? I like my front block at the regular height. So I don't like to raise it up, but I like to raise my back. Hold on, let me get this in properly. I like to raise my back block in. I like to raise it up to 1. For the back one, right? Just like that. And that right there is a simple block setup. Again, if I get to my 3-point stance, it's gonna be the same thing as my regular block start. So watch me. I'm here, just like that. I'm in my 3-point stance, right? So watch me. If I get up to my 3-point, it's the same thing. So let's test one, right? Biggest thing you want is you want some of your foot on the ground. Some people like to be all the way up on the block. I like some of my foot on the ground. It's, again, that's a preference. That's not something that you have to do. I would say try both and see which one works for you. So here, and you notice my shoulders are right over the line, but my hands are behind the line. So when I get up to my set position, I'm literally almost already over the line. So here, and I'm trying to push. And that right there is how we set up and test up the blocks. Now me and my training partner are gonna fly some 10 meters. We'll show you guys some clips of that. But if you guys are interested in more videos like these, leave a like, leave a comment, let us know. We're live now. We got Free Lap E-Starter out here. We are live. About to show this young boy what I'm working with. Ready? That's good reaction. That was good. Could be a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I think I.
But you was right there with the first couple of steps.
Yeah.
Carry it. What time was that?
1.18, 1.3.
Faster. That's good. Woo! That's not bad though, but the fastest guys run under 1 second.
Under 1 second.
Yeah, that's what the fastest dudes run. How that one feel?
A little bit better.
Me and this guy's not friends right now. We're friends outside of the track, but when we get to the track and it's time to compete, our friendship is out the window. It's all guts and glory. Ready again. Come over here. Quick. All right. Don't wait. Right? Ready? Last one here. Last one.
And we're gonna look forward.
I know you're ready. Oh, my. Ready?
Stay low and drive. Push.
We're going one at a time. We got the kit lens on. You know what I mean? First to death. Shirt is off. You know what that means. Hey, what about me? Why am I not getting another camera action?
Because you said kit lens.
Yeah, so I have kit lens on too. Look, we both have kit lens on. We're kidding right now. So yeah, that was it for the 10 meter, 20 meter flies. I mean block starts. Now we're gonna get into 150. Hopefully my lovely wife behind the camera can record us. I'm trying to run 15 seconds today. I'm gonna set up the free lap because this shit is gonna be live.
Now we work. Come on, get the horn. Good. Come on, shoulders and hips. Shoulders and hips. To the line. Wait. No. Play the ball, baby. Play the ball. Don't play the ball. Play the body. That's good. Play the body. Whoa.
Don't press.